Howdy y'all, Outlaw Cowboy here, but you can call me LB the Leaf Shinobi, and today y'all, I'm bringing y'all something a little different today. Alright, this is a Naruto What If focusing on Neji Hyuga. Now I've always wanted to do this for a while now, but I mean no one's ever done this specific What If regarding Neji, so like, you know, this is just original. This isn't anybody else's What If that I'm revamping. It's like my own What If. Alright? So without further ado, let me explain what this is going to be all about. This is going to start like around like the Chunin exams all the way up to the Sasuke retrieval arc, which at that point it'll be called Sasuke / Neji retrieval arc because Neji's going to be joining Orochimaru. But ultimately though, yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. But without further ado, guys, let's get started with the What If. Alright? Now, this is going to start off in the beginning of the fight between Neji and Hinata, but unlike in canon where Neji told Hinata to back down multiple times, this time, Neji is going to do something unlikely. He's going to try and tell Hinata that he's going to get rid of the Hyuga main branch's tyranny by killing the entire clan along with Hinata. Not the branch family, but like the Hyuga main branch. Not the side branch, because the side branch will become the main branch after the main branch is gone. But ultimately though, all of that just happens as in canon. You know? So, Neji beats on Hinata. Neji is almost about to kill Hinata. But unlike in canon, Naruto does actually make an attempt to stop Neji and succeeds. He isn't stopped by Lee until his second attempt at trying to beat the crap out of Neji. Alright? Like, yeah, that doesn't actually happen until, you know, Naruto's second attempt at trying to stop Hinata from dying. But Neji does get caught because his second attempt at trying to kill Hinata right in front of everybody, he infuses chakra around his entire body, breaks out of the Jonin's grip, and then tries to kill Hinata again. Naruto stops him, like I said before. Lee stops Naruto from punching Neji a second time. And yeah, so then the 1 month time skip, nothing really happens except for Naruto just training with Jiraiya. So I'm just gonna skip that. Alright, I'm just gonna skip that. Neji actually trains as hard as he can to try to defeat Naruto, to get himself ready for the Chunin exam's final round, in which he vows that he's going to kill Hinata, which after he finishes Naruto, like, you know, he's gonna kill Naruto and then he's gonna kill Hinata. But Naruto still makes that same vow as he did in canon. I just want to mention that before we move on. But you know, Naruto still has that pep talk with Hinata and everything. Jiraiya still trains Naruto and all that. That happens as in canon. But unlike in canon, Naruto develops a jutsu called the Nine-Tailed Fox Tornado Jutsu, which is basically the Nine-Tails chakra spinning like a tornado around Naruto's body, and Naruto's just spinning in the air like a tornado and then hurling himself at Neji, which damages Neji severely. And then he just goes underground and then uppercuts Neji and gives him that uppercut from pain, or uppercut of pain, I should say. And I mean, bruh, it just knocks Neji down. Neji, like, the fight just goes as in canon, except for that one tornado attack, which that's my own jutsu. Naruto didn't really make that jutsu in canon. That's just my own jutsu that I'm saying that he made up. But ultimately, Naruto winning against Neji gives him that powerful top no jutsu, but obviously it falls on deaf ears, but it doesn't actually go through like he did in canon, where Naruto's talking jutsu just went through on Neji's head and, you know, changed Neji. Neji just goes off and he's like, bruh, I just lost to Naruto. I just got beat by Naruto. Like, I got stopped by Jonin. I got stopped by Naruto. Bruh. And then I got beat by him in the Chunin exams. He's mad, bruh. Neji is fuming with anger. Orochimaru visits him in the hospital room, unlike in canon, because Orochimaru knows that Neji is angry and he wants to use that anger to his advantage to kill Naruto. So here's what Orochimaru says to Neji. He says that if he wants to kill Naruto and avenge his honor as a Hyuga clan member and become the head of the Hyuga clan at last, he is to join him and become his next vessel if, you know, Sasuke doesn't work out. And Orochimaru also wants to become part of the Hyuga clan because he knows that the Hyuga have a very powerful dojutsu like the Uchiha. So then Naruto and everything with Naruto just happens as in canon. All that goes around the same way. But Orochimaru gives him the curse mark and vows that he will train him to be the best he can be. And, you know, Neji agrees. So then Danzo, that stupid monkey Danzo, I mean, we all know how much we hate Danzo because Danzo's a piece of trash. I mean, Danzo is the weakest Naruto character in all of history! I mean, come on. Look at his purple little self. Like, come on now. Look at that purplish green Danzo looking boy. Like, what the tail? Oh, man, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, too busy trying to roast Danzo. Anyway, back to the what if. Yeah, Naruto basically... I mean, Neji like basically just sits in there and is, you know, contemplating, do I leave the village or do I stay? And just keep getting caught. So he eventually decides to just stay away from the Leaf Village. So he just decides to just, you know, abandon the Leaf. He abandons the Leaf. The Konoha Crush happens as in canon. But Orochimaru basically finds another perfect body, just like Kabuto's. But ultimately, it's a woman. Yes, Kabuto does offer his body up to Orochimaru, but ultimately Orochimaru just doesn't want it. No. He wants Sasuke and Neji, so he knows that Neji and Sasuke are stronger. Alright? Neji and Sasuke, everything that happens as in canon, alright? That happens, all the stuff that happened as in canon, that happens all as in canon, but when Neji encounters the Akatsuki, that's a little different, y'all. Alright? That's a little different. Because Neji not only encounters the Akatsuki, but encounters Kisame specifically, because Kisame gives him that suggestion that if he wants to get strong enough to kill Naruto, he's gonna have to choose to train under 2 masters instead of just 1. So each year during the 3-year time skip, he's gonna train with Kisame and Orochimaru. He's gonna alternate masters, alright? 1 year he's gonna stay with Orochimaru. Another year he's gonna stay with Kisame. And another year he's gonna go with Orochimaru, and then, you know, the end of Shippuden, or the beginning of Shippuden goes in. But I'm skipping ahead, but this is gonna cover part 1, so we're gonna focus on that. Alright? So, you know, we're on the Akatsuki, the 3rd Hokage has died, and everything else. Now the Tsunade retrieval arc goes as it does in canon, and Jiraiya is overhearing that Neji Hyuga has decided to abandon the Leaf Village and has taken Orochimaru's advice. And basically, when Orochimaru gave him that advice, he was actually trying to help Neji get stronger. Legit. Like, he was actually trying to help him get stronger. And then Neji basically just like Neji is, you know, vulnerable right now. Neji's vulnerable right now. So Neji does join Orochimaru after the Tsunade retrieval arc happens. She becomes the 5th Hokage. Naruto and Sasuke have that little battle with each other on the rooftop. Kakashi stops Naruto and Sasuke from killing each other with the Rasengan and Chidori clash. And all that happens as in canon. Jiraiya talks to Naruto. Kakashi attempts to talk to Sasuke, but like Neji, his words fall on deaf ears. Alright? His words fall on deaf ears. And Neji talks with Guy, but like with Naruto, his words fall on deaf ears when it comes to Neji. And then Neji just literally knocks Guy out by stopping his chakra points to the point where he just knocks him out. He can't really do anything. Alright? Neji, the only one who can probably do this. Neji stops Guy's chakra points. And the only one who can reactivate them is either Hinata or Hiashi or any Hyuga clan member. But after that, Hinata basically, knowing that she is weaker than Neji at this point, she just goes in and trains as hard as she can. But we got to get to the point where Neji is he's getting everything packed up. Everything in his house is packed up. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. All right. So after the Sound 4 encounter Sasuke, they go and get Neji. They go to get Neji. Shikamaru does not recruit Neji for the Sasuke retrieval arc because Neji's evil now. Neji has just abandoned the Leaf Village. As Guy has told Tsunade that Neji has abandoned the Leaf Village. And then the Neji / Sasuke retrieval arc happens, and all the fights except for Shino and Kidomaru, that happens differently though. All the other fights go as it did in canon though. Alright? Neji and Sasuke are on their way to Orochimaru. And Sasuke is talking about how Sasuke is telling Neji about how the Sound 4 wanted him to be their leader. And Sasuke is considering being their leader if Kimimaro dies. Like, if Kimimaro dies, then he's going to become the leader of the Sound Ninja 4, which then will become the Sound Ninja 5. And with Neji included, it will become the Sound Ninja 6. Alright? So, Neji is saying, do you need a second in command? He's asking Sasuke if he needs a second in command to keep everything in line if Sasuke is not around. So yeah, Sasuke does say that he does need a second in command to keep everything in check. And Neji offers to take up that mantle as the second in command when it comes to the Sound Ninja 6. But Sasuke thinks about it, and after a day's travel and a day's rest, Neji does get offered the position as second in command, and Neji does, of course, accept. Now, with Neji being the second in command of the Sound Ninja 6 in this canon, all the fights that happen, like the Sound Ninja fighting the Leaf Ninja and everything, Danzo actually does become a rogue ninja in this one. Danzo does become a rogue ninja in this one, though. I'm just gonna say that in this one, Neji convinces Danzo to abandon the village along with his root ninja, and Neji's words cut deep on Danzo to where he knows that he can't beat Naruto because of the Nine Tails. He knows that if Naruto uses the Nine Tails against him, or that Nine Tails tornado attack, or I'm gonna call it the Chakra tornado attack, just to shorten it, the Chakra tornado attack, he's gonna die. He's gonna die, especially if Naruto goes into Four Tails. He's gonna die. And then he's gonna get arrested by Ibiki or the rest of the Anbu from the Hokage's unit. And yeah, so Neji, he convinces Danzo to abandon Leaf. And ultimately, that happens. Danzo prevents, Neji from staying in the Leaf. Then Neji, takes Danzo with him and everything, so ultimately that happens. This time, Kakashi arrives early from a mission and leads the Sasuke/Neji retrieval arc mission. But Shikamaru's his second in command. All the fights go as in canon, but the only two fights that I see going differently are Danzo versus Kakashi and Kitamaro versus Shino. Now, Kitamaro versus Shino, that goes differently, and ultimately Kitamaro goes and he loses to Shino because Kitamaru's chakra has been drained by Shino's jutsu. So yeah, in short, Shino wins that fight. He literally just bodies him though. And then we gotta go into the fight between Kakashi and Danzo. Now, Danzo versus Kakashi, that's going to be a little bit more of an epic fight. Kakashi does land a Raikiri in one of Danzo's shadow clones, which ultimately it allows Danzo to get away. But at the very last moment, Danzo does actually get away because Danzo uses the Izanagi and ultimately, he gets away. Now, Gaara versus Kimimaro alongside Lee, that happens as in canon. But then, Naruto goes on to fight Sasuke, and Sasuke is severely angry that Naruto holds that beast, because he heard about it from Neji, who heard about it from his head clan member, basically. And the Hyuga clan just basically disowned Neji. I'm just going to say that just now, because I forgot to mention that earlier, so I'm just going to reiterate that for now, just to clear that up. Neji is no longer part of the Hyuga clan because he got exiled. And basically, Neji he's just his own lone wolf now. So, Neji is basically just yo, I'm not a Hyuga clan member anymore, but I will be once I completely destroy the Hyuga clan main branch and become the head of the Hyuga clan myself. But Naruto wants to change the Hyuga clan for the better. So basically, Neji fights Naruto alongside Sasuke, but the only thing is, the start of that fight actually goes differently until Sasuke tells Neji to pull out and meet him at the edge of the final valley. So then, after Neji pulls out for a little while trying to stop Naruto, the fight actually goes exactly the way it does in canon until the very end, just like the beginning. In the beginning, Neji kind of helped Sasuke try to, injure Naruto and try to kill Naruto. He had this chance to try to kill Naruto, so he might as well help Sasuke kill Naruto. But then the rest of the fight just went as in canon. But then we get to the end of the fight. Alright? The middle of the fight. All the way up to the end of the fight. We get Sasuke and Naruto actually battling it out in the Nine-Tailed versus Curse Mark State battles. And then Naruto does the One-Tailed Chakra Tornado attack, which Neji does manage to block, but it goes through Neji's rotation, hits Sasuke, and pushes Neji away. After all that happens, Naruto and Sasuke have their classic Naruto versus Sasuke Chidori versus Rasengan clash. Now, it does graze Sasuke, But ultimately, Naruto failed to hit Sasuke with the Rasengan like he succeeded against Kabu Dork. Because Kabuto's trash. And the worst character in the game of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. In any Naruto game that has Kabuto in it, Kabuto's trash. Kabuto's trash as a character. Kabuto's trash as a character in the game. I mean, bruh. He's just trash. Just like Danzo. But anyway, after the clash between the Rasengan and the Chidori, Naruto basically loses that fight to Sasuke, and subsequently Neji, because Neji did kind of help Sasuke a little. Not gonna lie, he did help Sasuke. But then Neji takes Sasuke's body, injured body, and carries him to Orochimaru. Now guys, that is what happens in my What If Part 1. This is What If Neji Turned Evil or Became a Rogue Ninja Part 1. If you guys want to see a Part 2, and possibly the finale, leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I'm out!